Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl Mary Jane. Please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. To be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's get into it. Invite Only Cabo, Season 1, Episode 7. Let's go. We start off with Larry talking to Kamani about, the room situation. The room has changed and, she has Bianca back. And so, Kamani's like, everything's all good. The bathroom's all clean, nice and organized. That was a straight dig. She was like, the bathroom is all clean, nice and organized. I could only imagine how rooming with Emily would be with her unsanitized ways. So anyways, moving forward, we have Emily. She stops and she goes to talk to Agu, and she's like, Agu, I just want to talk to you to find out what happened between us, because I'm gonna call her boyfriend Joseph and let him know what happened, but she just wants to know what happened between them. And like at this moment, she looks innocent, she looks pure, she looks like she really didn't know what happened. And Agu, the way that he's looking at Emily is like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to live through this situation, because Emily looks all distraught, her hair's all stringy, she just looks like she's out there, like way out there. And Agu was like, well, it's just like, it seems like he didn't even want to answer the question. And it's like one of them situations where you have a one night stand and you never want to see the person again, but then you bump into them and then they ask you, so what happened between us? So anyways, Agu was like, basically we both had oral sex. You went down on me, I went down on you, we were both wasted, and then you passed out Emily. So Emily was like, oh, and then she starts to cry, and she feels utterly and totally embarrassed, and she feels sick to her stomach. So it's like, and Agu's just sitting there like, oh, I can't believe I have to deal with this. So that's what he has to do. He had to tell Emily what was good. So anyways, Larry's downstairs in the kitchen with, Bianca. They're having a conversation. They're talking and everything. And so Bianca was like, well, Larry, when you left or whatever, I had a conversation with Jermaine, and Jermaine kind of told me that there's someone out here that, has your heart. Has anybody asked you, Larry, who has your heart or who you want to be with? And so then, Jermaine and Malaku walks into the kitchen. And so, Larry was like, yeah, since, these guys are here, here's the conversation. This is what's really going down between that situation. So, Bianca said, okay, so what's the deal? So then Larry tells, everybody that, he's been dating Corey on and off for a year, and sometimes it seems like it's going to work and sometimes it doesn't seem like it's going to work, but yes, Corey has my heart, and he's in love with Corey. And so Jermaine and Malaku are just looking, and Bianca is just looking too as well. And so she seems really like not happy, but like she understands. And so then Bianca goes into her confessional, and she was like, yeah, I knew that Larry was dating someone on and off, but I didn't know it was that serious. I thought Larry was single, and I do know that Larry dates men and women. So when she finished that, her face just looked like it was tormented. Like she was like, oh, like she was facing the fact that her and Larry's never going to be together. So, but on that note, I want to go back to, why the hell did Larry get upset with Bianca when this guy supposedly touched Bianca's ass in the club? Larry went off. He was upset when Kamani and, Agu told him that this guy was filling up on Bianca's ass. If Larry's in love with Corey and wants to be with Corey, and that's his heart, so why would he get upset if if someone touched Bianca's butt? That's what I want to know. And I also want to know, Larry, why was you kissing all up on, Bianca in the club, kissing on her, feeling on her, dancing nasty with her? And then also, Bianca, I want to know, why did you get upset when Larry was dancing with girls on the stage and you was like, oh, these girls had their asses all over Larry? So like, let me know, because I'm confused. So are you guys on the low, or what? Larry, do you have side pieces around? What is good? So do you really love Corey? You really want to be with Corey, because you're bringing Corey in this situation with Bianca, And you was just, a couple of days ago upset because some dude touched her butt and all this other stuff. And then she also proposed to you in the pool. So what's really good? Let me know what's hood. Let me know what's hood in Cabo. So anyways, moving forward, Jermaine, it was like, he was trying to talk to Larry to tell Larry about, like, only thing I know about this dude Corey is that he has done such bad things, or he has a bad heart, Corey. And so then, Jermaine is like, so now you want to tell me you're keeping this heart? Why would you want to keep that bad heart? And so, Jermaine gives a explanation saying, like, you see this Louis bag? It's a fake. So why would you want a fake? And then, Jermaine goes, you don't like fake. You don't like fake things. You don't like anything that's fake. So why would you want to keep this fake? So Jermaine has his antennas up with this dude, Corey, because he doesn't know if Corey's out to get Larry for a financial gain or fame or anything else, because Larry opens up his heart, and basically Larry's just stuck doing his job. He's stuck to work and he wants to win at work. So sometimes his social life kind of fails and he let people in, and he gives everybody a chance, and he sees the goodness in people. See how we see the goodness in Emily? so Jermaine does have a point. So anyways, so Emily gets on the phone and she calls Joseph, and she let Joseph know that, she kind of did some smush, some oral with, Agu. And then, Joseph is like, I hate you. And then Emily was like, I know I hate myself. And he was like, I don't care. And so he was like, I want you. So Joseph was telling Emily, I want you to stay away from Agu. Can you stay away from him or whatever? And she was like, no, I can't do that. I can't promise you that. You can't tell me what to do. You can't give me an ultimatum. Well, first of all, you needed to tell Joseph that you're actually rooming with Agu. You're sleeping in the same room with Agu. And that's why you cannot be around him, because that's why you can't, answer to his ultimatum, because you sleep in the same room with him. So how are you not going to be around him? So anyways, Emily's upset. She doesn't like him giving her an ultimatum. And so I don't know if their relationship is finished or over, but it is, I guess, to this point. So, Emily is saying, so Emily was like, I can't even control my own self. I'm not going to let somebody control me, because she has that issue with control. So even though that she's wrong in the situation, she's not trying to reassure Joseph that, it was just a drunken night without going. It's not going to happen again. She's like, I can't tell you if it's not going to happen again. So if I was on the other end of the phone, I would feel like you wanted to go there, and you just giving me the heads up to let me know, because I'm gonna find out when the TV show comes out. So moving on from that, Emily was like, Emily's too much. So Kamani and Agu were outside near the pool talking or whatever. So Agu is there. He's apologizing. He's apologizing to Kamani for his behavior, for his lies, for hurting her, and all that other good stuff. So once again, Agu was on the apology tour. And so there's a noise, and Kamani, she looks back, and it's Emily. And Emily says, hello. And so Kamani says under her breath or towards Agu, girl, bye. So we already see that Kamani has an attitude towards Emily, but I don't know if Emily heard that situation. I don't know if Emily and Kamani been having words towards each other on the low, which is not filmed. So we don't know. So anyways, Jermaine and Malaku are watching, Kamani and Agu talk, and they're just making jokes and just laughing, like, this is some shit over here with these two, and cracking on Kamani faces, expressions or whatever. And so, Jermaine was also saying that, he's been knowing Larry for 25 years, and he really wants to meet Corey and find out if Corey's the one for him, and find out if Corey is good for Larry. And he's going to make sure he fills out an application, and he's going to get down to the nitty gritty of things with Corey. So then Kamani and, Agu, they keep talking, and Kamani is like, you hurt me. I don't deserve this. and all this other stuff, which is true as well. But I believe Emily and Kamani let Agu play these games with them. Agu showed his true colors to Kamani when he hooked up with Emily, and then he continued to hook up with Emily in the backseat of the SUV in the last episode. And then also, you know, what is her name? Emily, she be calling Agu, texting him or whatever. We seen some of that. So like there's probably conversations going on with Agu and Emily where they're texting each other and we don't know nothing about it, because only last time we found out that, you know, Emily was texting Agu about working out and at the gym and calling him boo and babe and all that other good stuff. But it's just ironic just how Bianca is cool with Larry and Corey, and it's ironic how Larry is cool with bringing Corey in a situation. So you let me know. So anyways, Corey shows up and Jermaine says, oh, look at this young dude with the backpack. So Corey shows up. He looks okay. He's not a bad looking young man. But it looks like he probably smoked some weed before he came to the house, or he had some edibles, or he took some Xanax, allegedly, because, you know, he's also said later on in the episode that he was nervous about meeting his friends and being around Larry and all his friends. And now this young man is going to be on film. The world's going to know him and know his relationship with Larry and all that good stuff. So, you know, Corey comes in, he introduced himself, and, you know, Larry introduced Corey to all his friends. They go outside, they get into the pool, and let me not forget, Bianca bathing suit was on point. The black swimsuit was nice. And then Agu gets in the water, and he's once again, he's skinny dipping, showing his booty. So anyways, so they're all by the pool chilling and everything. And then Larry gives his famous speech. Oh, this wouldn't be complete without you, Corey. And they toast. But a couple episodes ago, you was toasting to Bianca, talking about how wonderful and amazing. Same thing, Larry, get it together. You're playing games. You and Agu got a lot in common. You like to play games. So anyways, Emily's mad that Kamani's taking a long time to get dressed because they're getting ready to go out to the club or whatever. But it's so ironic that, you know, when Larry was giving Corey a tour of the mansion, he was like, this is our suite, penthouse, and he didn't do the same thing for Bianca. See, Larry, you be playing. You got her bunking in there with Kamani, but yet this one, Corey gets the president's suite. So anyways, here we go. So Emily's upset that Kamani's taking a long time to get dressed, and she's upset. She's like, oh, she's always taking forever. I'm sick of this. Oh, she's a problem. So then, you know, Malaku says, you know, please just don't say anything. Just leave it alone. No drama tonight. So everyone's trying to get Emily from not being a drama queen tonight. And so even Agu says to Emily, just zip it. So anyways, Kamani comes downstairs. She looks absolutely fabulous. I also say Jermaine was dressed fabulous with his blue jeans, his white shirt with the ducktail in the back, and the sneakers. He looked really nice. So anyways, everyone's getting ready to leave, and you know, Emily's throwing shots because she's mad at Kamani for taking so long. And she was like, Kamani's so dramatic. She wants everybody to focus on her, and you know, why does it take someone 3 hours that's half naked to get dressed? Maybe, Emily, if you took 3 hours to put yourself together, everything would be all right with you. So anyways, they all jump into SUV. Everybody's going out. So anyways, you know, when Emily gets inside the SUV, she's talking shit. She's talking about, that bitch. She's always saying that I'm the problem. She's a problem. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm not the problem. She thinks I'm a threat. And so, you know, Emily's on this campaign tonight that, you know, whatever goes down tonight, I cannot stand Kamani. She's on that Kamani campaign because she broke up with Joseph, or she's trying to think that, I think she believes that since she broke up with Joseph, her and Agu will be more closer together, or her and Agu can actually take that step without her having a boyfriend and no one could judge her. But there's a glitch in that plan, because Kamani's there, and Agu is paying attention to Kamani, because if you notice, every time they go out, Agu's always paying attention to Kamani. And Emily gets upset and she gets jealous. But I gotta say one thing, Emily did not bite her nails this episode, and she did not spit her nails out this episode. So kudos to you, Emily, for doing that. So anyways, so Kamani's in the van just talking. Emily's in the van just talking shit about Kamani, and nobody really wants to hear it. So then Corey is in a van with Larry, Bianca, and Kamani, and then Corey tells Larry that he loves him, that and all this other stuff, and Larry starts to cry. To me, it didn't seem genuine. It just seems like Corey was intoxicated, high, allegedly, and he just told Larry what Larry always wanted to hear, because Larry did say that he told Corey that he loved him, and Corey did not respond back, and it hurt Larry so much. It was the most difficult situation he had to deal with. Well, let me just tell you this, Larry. Corey is not feeling you at all. You could tell by his mannerism, the way he walks with you, the way that you guys walk to the penthouse suite, the way that he was kind of like he didn't want you on him at all. And ultimately, I think Corey has somebody else, and I think Larry is trying to live out his second childhood with this young man, because maybe Larry wasn't able to live out as a young man, being bisexual and actually enjoying men or whatever out in the open, and being financially stable at the same time. So now he's financially stable, he's set, his career's good, and now he finds this young man, but this young man is actually just too young and too immature, and it's not feeling Larry that way. And Larry doesn't get it, that he doesn't. In my opinion, I think he almost sees Larry as a big brother. He kind of like sees Larry as a really good friend that probably kiss, and when he gets intoxicated, he'll have sex with Larry. But I would say kudos to Larry for dating a black guy. Anyways, even though race is not a thing, but I was just shocked. He was black. Ooh-wee. So anyways, moving on. So they get to the club, and Larry was crying. I think when Larry was crying inside the SUV, I think Larry was crying because I think Larry knew that he wasn't telling the truth. And Larry knew it was just only drunk talk. And then Larry also was kind of embarrassed as well, because I know Larry talked to Corey before he was going to be on the camera. Hey, don't get fucked up. Don't get drunk. Make sure you behave yourself or whatever, because we're going to be filmed. In my opinion, I feel like, Larry gave Corey the heads up or not to get messed up. And then Corey just got messed up. And he's embarrassed, because sometimes when you date somebody that's more sophisticated than you, you kind of warn them, okay, don't do this and don't do that when we go here, because people are going to ultimately judge, and we're going to be on film and all this other stuff. So, and I believe, Larry was embarrassed, and Larry knew that it wasn't real, and it hurt. That's why I believe he was crying. I could be totally wrong. But anyways, that's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So anyways, they get to the club. Emily, she's upset. She's not, because Agu is dancing with Kamani. He's all over there with Kamani. He's on Kamani. And Emily's just sitting there, and she's just like upset at the whole situation with, Kamani and Agu. So then she goes over there and she goes to talk to Bianca, and she was like, I never did anything wrong to Kamani. I don't know why Kamani has this hostility towards me and why she's mad at me. And then so Emily's like, I'm just done with this shit. I'm done with this. I want to leave. I want to go. And then we have Corey. He's too drunk or too intoxicated to enjoy his own birthday party, so he has to be carried out. He's falling all over the place. And then Jermaine goes, Emily, doesn't that mind you of something like you on your birthday? I was like, oh, you go, Jermaine. So anyways, Kamani knows that Emily is having some type of riff over there in the corner with Bianca or whatever. And she asked her about it, and she was like, "Oh, you seen that? You noticed that?" So then, Emily and Emily and Kamani are talking or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, you noticed that?" And so Larry's in the back seat with his with Corey, and Corey's on his lap with his legs stretched out, all drunk, and Larry just looks so mad. He just looks so embarrassed. He looks horrified. He looks like, now this is a reason for Jermaine or my friends to say this is not a good look for you, Larry. And Larry knows that. So, and then once he hears Kamani and Emily bickering about, once he hears Bianca and Kamani bickering about Emily, he's like, I don't want to hear it. You guys are adults. Grow up. Do something with yourself. Because he's trying to deal with his own personal situation. And right now, he's just done. So it is what it is. And so then, Emily tells Larry that she's really just done with this shit. Before she leaves the club, she's done with this shit. Emily says that bitch is a crack of a fucking ass. I don't know what that means. So she's a crack of a fucking ass. So anyways, maybe Emily shared some crack with Corey. My bad. So anyways, Agu and Emily, they're in the SUV, and then tensions flare, and then, Emily's saying that, she's not the problem, Kamani's the problem, and all this other stuff. And, I go, why wouldn't you think Emily will be mad? You ate her out. She sucked you off. She's feeling that, she gave you a part of her, and then now you're chasing Kamani in front of her face. Like, you just can't eat it and bounce on her when you live in the same house. And she feels like, you guys share something, even though she's trying to pretend like she doesn't remember, because I believe that when she told Agu that, hey, what happened between us that night before she called Joseph, she only did that so she can cover her tracks, and when Joseph sees the film, sees the show, she can actually say, I really didn't know what happened, I was intoxicated. But then this argument that she has in the van with Agu shows that she's actually really jealous of Kamani and Agu relationship, because she feels like, Agu is playing both sides, and Agu is telling her one thing but doing another, making her look stupid. And she's like, you need to go ahead and go fuck Kamani if you want to, and let it be done with, and let it be over with. Make up your mind. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be with, or whatever? And so then, Agu goes, whoever I want to be with, whatever choice that I make, it has nothing to do with you. And so, Emily is feeling really rich. She's, even though they didn't go all the way, she's feeling like they had some type of physical attraction or something going on, or maybe they bonded and connected as roommates or whatever. And so she was like, so when are you going to admit it, that you just want to fuck Kamani and that's it? Because maybe Agu is telling, Emily that he doesn't want to have sex with Kamani. But now Emily was like, won't you just admit it, that you want to have sex with Kamani and all this other stuff? So why does it care, Emily, if you have a man? Because you do care, and you probably have some feelings for Agu, and it is that. And Agu is realizing that. And so, Emily's throwing shots. She goes, Kamani believes that you're going to get married with her and you're going to have kids with her. You're going to take her kids to Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. So it's just like Emily's showing her true colors, how she feels about Agu, that she kind of really likes him, because it makes sense, because the way that she broke up with Joseph, and she was like, she wasn't going to appeal to his ultimatum or reassure him that she wasn't going to be with Agu anymore. She was just like, oh well, done, peace, Joseph. And now she's arguing with Agu about, like, admit it that you want to be with her, and I'm tired of you lying to me. I'm tired of you saying one thing and do another. And so then Agu gets upset and was like, you got to understand why Kamani's mad. Kamani's mad at you because every time me and her try to get close, you come in and you do some stupid shit. You try to flirt with me, or you try to throw the pussy at me, or this and that. But, and in all honesty, it's Agu's fault, and it's Kamani's fault, and it's Emily's fault, because they both allow Agu to play games with them. They both allow Agu to, flirt with them and say things to them and believe what he says and think that he's being truthful and honest with his feelings, which he's not, because he's showing different behaviors, that he's just about getting his rocks off. But he kind of likes, he's more attracted to Kamani, but he's attracted to Emily in a certain kind of freakish way. And maybe she got good dome. So anyways, oh, maybe her vagina tastes good. I don't know. So they go into it, and so they're cussing each other, yelling, fuck you, fuck this, and they're yelling at each other. And it's just like, it almost seems like Agu and Emily are like in a relationship together. So anyways, they get back to the house, you know, Corey's drunk, fucked up. Everybody talking about like he got, you know, Jermaine was like, Corey was done before he left the house. And then Bianca was like, he must have had like shots on the plane, shots outside, shots in the house, shots or whatever. So everyone knows that he's overly drunk. I don't know if he didn't eat anything or whatever, but he's real overly drunk. So anyways, they carry him upstairs. He looks all discombobulated. And then so everyone else is outside talking. Emily's upstairs in the bed. And so, you know, Larry goes downstairs to the pool area, and he hears everyone talking about, you know, Agu cussing out Emily or whatever, and them two bickering back and forth. And he was like, I'm sick of this bickering shit. I'm sick of this shit. I'm just sick of it. Because you would think that Larry would be happy if he just got I love you from Corey. Corey just told him like a few minutes ago that he loves him. So this bickering stuff he would pay a dust, because he said he told Corey that he loved him before, and Corey didn't say nothing. So now Corey's open up and telling him that he loves him. So you would think, you know, Larry would be happy at this moment. He wouldn't let this bickering stuff get to him. I just truly believe he doesn't believe that Corey actually loves him, and it was the alcohol talking, and he feels like Corey's playing with his emotions. So anyways, Larry gets upset. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. I want to leave. He's yelling. He's screaming. He goes, you guys are all adults. I'm tired of you bickering. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I don't want to be here. I wish I can get on a plane and bounce. And he's just upset. His friends are trying to comfort him. He was like, leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I'm done with this. I'm done. So I just think it has a lot more to do with Corey than it does with the bickering bullshit, because he was part of the bickering bullshit, and he enjoyed it for the couple of episodes, you know. I just think the Corey situation really hit because I know he told Corey not to show his ass on camera and get all fucking drunk and stuff. So anyways, peace. I'm out. Like, subscribe, share, comment, peace.